Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Maria, and in today's video we are going to be picking my August TBR using my trusty TBR prompts. I don't think I've got any upcoming releases for August, so I think I've got Stillborn that comes at the very beginning. Aside from that, I think that's everything. A lot of my releases for the next part of the year have been moved to next year now. Let's get straight into the prompt picking for this video. Prompt number 1. A genre I don't usually reach for. Okay, what have we got? This is gonna be a hard one to choose. What I'm thinking is I could probably do Red Rising, which is more of a sci-fi. And I don't usually read sci-fis, I read fantasy. I know it's like sci-fi dystopian, but I feel like it's sci-fi. So I think that's definitely probably one of my strongest contenders. I feel like most of my books are that. I honestly think that's it. This is probably the most out of my comfort zone book that I own at the moment. Prompt 1 will be Red Rising by Pierce Brown. On to prompt 2. Simple cover. Okay, I feel like this definition changes for everyone. I mean, God of Fury is pretty simple, right? Pretty simple to me. I want to say A Tribute of Fire, but I feel like there's lots of little detailing in this. Maybe not that one. The Wall of Winnipeg and Me is quite simple. I want to say The Throne of Broken Gods. I mean, Amid Clouds and Bones. Duststorm. I'd say these two are my simplest. I mean, The Mountains, it feels quite like cartoony in the way that it's simple, but this feels like there's literally nothing. I'm going to choose Amid Clouds and Bones. Meet the Griffith brothers. Your new cowboy romance obsession. Christian is a young widower and a single dad trying to raise 2 daughters, while also keeping my family's cattle ranch afloat. Yet another problem to solve is the last thing I need. And then Cassandra Parker turns up on my ranch. But the biggest problem of all isn't actually this beautiful stranger sticking her nose in my operations. My biggest problem is the engagement ring on her finger. Cassandra. To be clear, I didn't want to be Christian Griffith's problem, but here I am, exiled from New York, stranded on a cattle ranch and desperate to salvage what's left of my career. But I'm here to save my job. Work has always come first for me, and that's not about to change. Even in the middle of nowhere, Texas. There is absolutely no way a hot cowboy could ever lasso me into staying a second longer than necessary. Also, I thought. That sounds good. Or Mildred's betrayal to the diabolically mean Prince Tacken holds the realm's only hope for peace, but as the pair spend more time together and their feelings begin to deepen, talk of war becomes reality and fate intervenes, leaving Mildred a prisoner in the Unseelie Kingdom. With a devilishly handsome Unseelie King determined to win her affection and a cruel but alluring fiancé stuck hundreds of miles away, Mildred must choose loyalty to her kingdom, freedom, or her heart. At the moment, I am in such a cowboy mood. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this. So prompt number 2 is Duststorm by Maggie Gates. I am in the biggest cowboy mood. I'm currently watching Yellowstone for the first time and I'm loving it, and I've been talking about Chestnut Springs a lot at work and I just need that sort of vibe in my life. Next prompt number 3. Romance. That's simple, I can literally choose whatever I want. We've got loads. We've got Amid Clouds and Bones, Beach Read, Picking Daisies on Sundays, Cold Tea, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, The Oath We Give. Now it's between Amid Clouds and Bones and Beach Read. I don't know which I want to read more. This sounded really good. I'm tempted. Yeah, I think I'm going to do Beach Read by Emily Henry, just because I feel like I've been putting this one off for so long and I keep saying, oh, I'm going to read it, and I never do. And I feel like if I actually put it on another TBR, I will get it read because it needs to be read by this summer. Beach Read is prompt number 3 for this video. Prompt number 4. An award-winning book. Do I even have an award-winning book? The only thing I think I could have as an award-winning book is Empire of the Vampire. Bestseller from the award-winning author of the Nevernight Chronicles. So I feel like if I don't have anything else, this will be my option. What else could there be? I just feel like you don't often get award-winning fantasies. Vicious maybe? I don't think so. The only other book I can think of aside from Empire of the Vampire that could be a award-winning book is Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't know if it is. Okay, it won Goodreads Choice Award for Best Young Adult Fantasy and Science Fiction, and it also won Book of the Year Children's Fiction. Sunrise on the Reaping definitely is, and I think this one is, but it didn't really make it clear. It just made it clear that he is an award-winning writer. So I think we're gonna stick with Sunrise on the Reaping because this is a definite award-winning book rather than Suzanne Collins being an award-winning writer. I think we're just gonna stick with this one as like a safe bet. And also I think I'd pick this either way because I want to read this before the movie comes out. I do really want to get this series wrapped up and just see this book, where this book goes, because if I'm gonna love any of them as much as I loved Catching Fire and the actual trilogy, it will be Haymitch's book. Prompt number 4 is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. To prompt 5, we are flying through this today. You're kidding me. Fantasy. Who would have guessed? I mean, we are really down to like little prompts now. Look at my TBR card. You can literally see for yourself what I've got. I could do Empire of the Vampire, you know. I never really know what this is about. Or we could do Riftborn, In the Veins of the Drowning. For some reason, the Empire of the Vampire is really standing out to me right now. And I don't know why. I think it's between Fairytale and Empire of the Vampire. I just don't know which to choose. I think if I'm going to reach for any, it will more likely be Fairytale. And this has been on my physical TBR for longer. Yeah, maybe we'll go for this then. It's chunky, but I mean... yeah, okay. Prompt number 5 is Fairytale by Veronica Lancet. On to our last prompt. Mood, read, pick. I think I need another romance or like a shorter fantasy. I actually think I might do In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. For some reason at the moment I am in the biggest gothic dark fantasy vibe, and I think this will be perfect for that. And it's also a shorter fantasy compared to the slightly longer ones I've got my TBR for the month now, so I feel like this will be a little bit better for me to reach for and pick up closer to the time. Prompt number 6 is In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. Callie, we have one last TBR to pick together with these prompts and then we will be refreshing them. That is my TBR picked for August. I am very excited for all these reads. I'm going to quickly retake you through what I chose. Red Rising by Pierce Brown, Duststorm by Maggie Gates, Beach Read by Emily Henry, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, Fairytale by Veronica Lancet, and finally In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. God, what a good TBR. Oh, she looks so good. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me, and I will see you all in the next one, and we will hopefully read some of these books together in some reading vlogs. Thank you again for watching.